Hello, this is McD the Beast, and this is McD's Force 4 coming to you today with my Baylor football predictions for the 2020 college football season. Before I continue, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Please subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate you do that. We're trying to grow this channel, so go ahead and do that. You won't regret it. So Baylor last year, they lost the Sugar Bowl. Big breakout year. A lot of things went right for them. A lot of people think that they're going to take a major step back this year. Let's see if I agree with that. Let's start off with the things I like. I like their new coach, Dave Orcosta. I don't know if I'm getting that last name correctly, but he was the LSU's defensive coordinator. He went to take the Baylor head coaching job. He's been known to be one of the best defensive coordinators in the past few seasons there under Coach O. And he decided to go take the Baylor job. And I actually think he's going to be a good thing. I know I'm usually a bit leery about new coaches, new head coaches, but I do think that it's going to be a good thing for Baylor. I really do. I also think the defense is going to take a big step forward this year under him, which is something that I think is going to be huge this year for the Baylor Bears. So that's the two things that I like. The one thing I don't like is that they lose everything. Um, these guys lose everything. I mean, everything except Charlie Brewer, who's going to be the quarterback. He's one. He is one concussion away, probably being lost as well. So definitely losing a lot if you're Baylor this year. That's why a lot of people think that you guys are going to take a big step back this year. I'll talk about that here in a second. Your three toughest games are Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, and Texas. I am very high on Oklahoma State. I think they are a top 15 team. Oklahoma, they are a top 10 team, and Texas is a top 20 team. Those are the only, I think, real three teams that are going to be ranked in the top 25 that you guys are going to play. So those are your three toughest games. Your three easiest games: Incarnate, Word. I like saying it like that. I don't even know what they are. I don't know which state they're actually from. I think they're from New Mexico, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't know. But them, Kansas, and Louisiana Tech. Kansas, worst team in the Big 12. Louisiana Tech, they're the third easiest game on your schedule, but they were one of the better Conference USA teams last year. Matter of fact, I think they lost the Conference USA championship game, if I'm not mistaken. So, but they are definitely one of the best Conference USA teams. Coach Holtz definitely knows what he's doing there at Louisiana Tech. But on the schedule, that's your third easiest game. Best case and worst case scenario. Your best case scenario is 9-3. Your worst case scenario is 5-7. I do think Baylor's going to take a big step back this year. I just do. I think you guys aren't going to be any better than 9-3, primarily because I don't think you guys are going to go on the road and beat Texas or Oklahoma. I think both of those games are going to be really tough. And let's say you even let's say you guys beat one of those two guys. Your guys are going to lose at least three games. I look at the schedule: Ole Miss, Oklahoma, uh, Texas, Oklahoma State, Iowa State, even like Kansas State and Texas Tech. I don't think will give me necessarily. So I think I mean, overall, I just don't think you guys are the best team in the Big 12. I don't think you're one of the top two teams in the Big 12. I think you guys are going to take a big step back. Your worst case scenario is 5-7. If things go really bad, I can see 5-7. I think that's kind of unlikely though. I think there's probably like a 95% chance you guys make a bowl game this year. But I could definitely see 5-7 looking at the schedule. I mean, there's losses all over the schedule. So I could definitely see 5-7s. But let's look at the schedule. Let's see where I have you guys going. We'll kick off with your Week 1 game. Neutral site game in Houston against Ole Miss. This is going to be a pretty interesting game. By the way, Ole Miss is actually the next football prediction video we're doing after this. So, and that's going to be out later today as well. This one's going to be coming out probably around, I would say, noon, and Ole Miss will be out probably around 6 p.m., maybe a bit earlier than that. But anyways, Ole Miss in Houston. Lane Kiffin's first game at Ole Miss. Uh, both coaches, SEC coaches, but as I said, Dave Acosta in the Big 12, Lane Kiffin first game as an Ole Miss head coach. I went back and forth for this one. I think this is a 50-50 game. I think this is a great game. This is going to be a great game. By the way, this game is a Sunday night game. By the way, they changed it last week, so this game is a Sunday night game. They usually have a game on that Sunday before Labor Day in week one. I went back and forth. I gave it to you guys, primarily because I just think you guys are a bit better. I think you guys defensively, I think you guys are gonna make a play or two, and that'll be the difference in this game. Because Ole Miss's defense is not that good, so I think overall your defense wins this game. Shootout, but I think you guys get the job done against Ole Miss. So after Ole Miss, Kansas at home, win. You guys should beat Kansas without a problem. You blew them out, I think, like 62-6 last year, or something like that. It'll be a bit closer than that. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you guys. I think you guys are way better than Kansas. Next game, Incarnate Word, win. Listen, FCS school. I don't know much about them. I'll give you guys the win in that one. Next game, Louisiana Tech. Win as well. I think you guys go ahead and beat Louisiana Tech. Now, I do think this game's going to be a bit competitive, at least in the first half. Louisiana Tech isn't a pushover, but I think you guys get the job done and pull away some in the second half. So you start off the season 4-0, and you go on the road against Oklahoma, a team you guys lost to twice last year if you include the Big 12 championship game. You get them on the road. I gave you guys the loss. Now, I do think this game's going to be pretty close. I think you guys are going to give them everything you guys got. But at the end of the day, I just think that they're a better team. And with the game being in Norman, I got to go Oklahoma here. Go ahead and give me the Sooners. By the way, the goal is to get the record correct, not the game-by-game picks correct. Then you get your bye week. Your bye week comes after Oklahoma in week 6. You maybe want to wish that bye week was before Oklahoma, or maybe before, maybe at Texas. But it's an okay place for a bye week, kind of there in the middle of the season. Coming up the bye week, Thursday night game on the road against Texas Tech. You guys are a road team or a weeknight game. And by the way, I don't believe Power 5 games should be on weeknights. I'm very against that. So I think this game should really be a Saturday game, but Thursday night game, very leery about picking a team on the road on a weeknight game. You guys are coming off a bye week, kind of a short bye week though, because you guys play on Saturday, get the bye week, and then you guys play on the Thursday. I do think Texas Tech's going to be better this year. I went back and forth, and I gave you guys the loss. Usually a team loses a game they're not supposed to win. But then, you see, I always mess this up. Usually a team loses a game that they're supposed to win, but then usually they go ahead and win a game that they're not supposed to win. So I think that's the case in this one. I think you guys are favorites in this one, but I think at the end of the day, I'm going to go ahead with the upset and go with Texas Tech. Next game, TCU at home. You bounce back, back-to-back losses. You go your next game against TCU, a team that I think is a physical team. I think this game is going to be a very competitive game, but I'm going to give it to Baylor because it's in Waco. I do think Baylor is a bit better than TCU as well, so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the win here. Your first Big 12 win. Actually, no, your second Big 12 win. You got Kansas at home. That's your first Big 12 win. But good bounce back win there after back-to-back losses. I think you get against TCU. Next game at Texas. Last year you guys beat Texas. I think this game is going to be a very competitive game. I think people are overrating Texas. The game is in Austin. I think this is going to be back and forth. But at the end, I gave it to Texas because it's in Austin. That's the only reason why. If this game was in Waco, I'll be giving it to you guys. I don't think Texas is really that much better than some of the middle of the pack teams in the Big 12. But I'm going to go ahead and give it to Texas. I do think they are better than you guys this year. And I think they go ahead and get the win against you guys. And you guys lose to them on the road. Next game, Oklahoma State. As I said a few minutes ago, Oklahoma State, I think, is a top 15 team. You guys do get them at home. You guys beat them last year in Stillwater. Stillwater, you guys get them at home this year. I think this is going to be a back-and-forth game. I think you guys, once again, sort of like the Oklahoma game, you give them everything you guys got. but I think you guys just come up a bit short because I think they're just a bit better than you guys. I think the offense makes a play or two against you guys. I think Oklahoma State goes in there and gets the win. Probably by a field goal or a touchdown, one possession game. But I just think they're a bit better than you guys, and I think they get the win. And that's your fourth loss of the season. Next game at Iowa State, back-to-back losses. You go on the road against Iowa State. I think Iowa State is a borderline top 25 team. We already did the football prediction video. We also did the football prediction videos for Oklahoma and Texas as well. So go check those out, and Oklahoma State as well. Um, I went back and forth for this one. I gave it to Iowa State because it's in Ames. The game was in Waco. I'll be giving it to Baylor. But since it's in Ames, I'm giving it to Iowa State. And that's your third loss in a row. And then back-to-back road games always tough. You go on the road against West Virginia. I am not high on West Virginia at all this year. I don't think they're really that good of a team. I think they are the second worst team in the Big 12. I went back and forth for this one. I think you guys are going to be a bit desperate. They're going to be desperate too because they're not going to have that good of a record when they face you. I think they're going to be a bit desperate, and I think you guys go ahead and get the win against West Virginia on the road. I think it's a very close game. I think you guys pull away a bit because I think you guys are a better team than West Virginia. I know it's in Morgantown, but I think you guys go ahead and get the win. You're a bit desperate at this point at 5-5. So you guys, and losing three in a row, you guys are gonna be a bit desperate. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the win there. Final game of the season: Kansas State at home. Kansas State is a team, in my opinion, very good coaching staff, but the talent is not very that good. I went back and forth for this one. I think this is a 50-50 matchup. I gave it to the home team, which is Baylor, because the game is in Waco. That's the only reason why, really. I mean, let's be real. Baylor's schedule a lot this year is a lot of 50-50 games, and it comes down to who's going to be the home team, in my opinion. The Iowa State game is that. The TCU game is that. The Texas Tech game is that. And the Kansas State game is that. That's four games right there that I think are 50-50 games that can go either way. I'm just giving it to the home team. And that's what I'm doing here in this Kansas State game. I'm going to say Baylor wins that game in a close game. So if you count up all the wins and losses, that's all 12 games right there. If you count up all the wins and losses, I got the Baylor Bears going 7-5 with a 4-5 conference record. 7-5 with a 4-5 conference record. I think you guys do take a major step back in the Big 12 this year. Your non-conference schedule saves you, so that's good. But I think you guys go ahead and take a big step. I still think you guys make a bowl game. I still think you guys are good enough to at least put together at least a 6-6, 7-5, 8-4 season, and you guys go ahead and get into a bowl game. So that's good. And we'll see which bowl game you guys get into. It won't be a New Year's Six bowl, like the Sugar Bowl last year, but I think you guys get into one. So that's my Baylor football prediction video. Comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about Baylor. I always like hearing from y'all. Thanks for watching. Ole Miss is going to be out later today, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. D the Beast signing off.